Ladies and gentlemen, friends, dreamers, let me ask you something straight from the heart. What is your biggest dream? No, not the one you tell your friends when you're playing it safe. I'm talking about that one. The one that keeps you up at night. The one you buried under fear, excuses, and maybe later. The one so big, so bold, it makes your knees shake just thinking about it. Yes, that one. It's time. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. See, I believe something with every cell in my body. You have greatness within you, but it's not automatic. It's not guaranteed. And it sure as hell doesn't show up if you're sitting on the couch waiting for the stars to align. You've got to go get it. You've got to wake up with fire in your belly and say, I'm not just going to exist. I came here to achieve. I came here to live this dream. Now let's get real for a moment. Let's tell the truth, because truth sets us free. Most people, they're not chasing dreams. They're chasing security. They're chasing comfort. They're chasing the illusion that someday things will be different. But someday is not a day on the calendar. Someday is an excuse, wearing a fake mustache. If you don't take control of your life now, life will take control of you. And life doesn't care about your dreams if you don't. Let me tell you something. Dreams are not fragile little things. They are powerful. They are fuel, but they will ROT inside your soul if you don't move on them. Some of you are pregnant with a dream. You've been carrying it for years, and it's time to give birth. Time to push past fear, push past doubt, push past what they said about you, push past your past, because your dream has a due date, and that date is now. Listen, when you came into this world, you came in with a purpose. You came in with a mission, with potential written all over your DNA. But potential means nothing if you don't tap into it. Potential is wasted every day in graveyards full of people who died with songs still inside them, books unwritten, businesses unstarted, visions never realized. And I came here to interrupt that pattern in you. You deserve more. More than the job you hate, more than the relationships that drain you, more than the fear that's kept you quiet, stuck, small. But guess what? You don't get what you deserve. You get what you fight for. You get what you're willing to discipline yourself for. You get what you're willing to stay up late and wake up early for. You get what you refuse to give up on. Let me say this loud and clear. There is no perfect time. There is no magic formula. There's only you and a decision to start, a decision to say, I'm done waiting. I'm done doubting. I'm done with the fear. You've got to say, I want this dream more than I want to stay comfortable. I want this dream more than I want people to approve of me. I want this dream more than I want to play it safe, because dreams, real dreams, will demand everything from you. They'll stretch you. They'll break you. They'll test your patience, your faith, your grit. But if you hold on, if you keep moving, even when it hurts, even when it's dark, even when nobody claps for you, you will make it, and it will be worth it. Now, maybe you failed before. Maybe people laughed at you. Maybe you've convinced yourself you're too old, too young, too broken, too late. Let me tell you something. That's a lie built to keep you in a cage. And you've got the key right now, in this moment. You can decide to walk out of fear and into faith. You can decide to stop surviving and start thriving. You can decide that this moment is the beginning of the rest of your story. But don't you dare keep waiting. You've waited long enough. You've suffered long enough. You've doubted yourself long enough. This is your time, not someone else's, not next year's, yours. Now, it's time to write the book, start the business, lose the weight, heal the relationship, change your life. And it starts with one thing, a made-up mind. Because when your mind is made up, your world starts to move. Doors open, resources show up, people appear. Why? Because life respects courage, and your courage will unlock everything. So stand up inside yourself. Speak to your fears and say, I'm not negotiating with you anymore. Speak to your past and say, you don't define me. Speak to your future and declare, I'm coming for you. I'm not leaving this earth with my dream still inside me. And if you fall, so what? Get up. Try again. Adjust. Fight. Because I promise you, when you finally stand at the mountaintop of your dream, when you look back and see how far you came, when you feel that deep peace, that pride, that joy in your soul, you will know it was worth every single battle. So stop waiting. Your dream is calling. Answer it. That's the truth most people don't want to hear. We've been conditioned to believe that if we're good people, if we work hard, if we follow the rules, life will automatically reward us. But life doesn't work like that. Life doesn't hand out trophies for intentions. It rewards action. It rewards persistence. It rewards those who are willing to get uncomfortable, to get up again and again after falling flat on their face, and to keep swinging even when the odds look impossible. Deserving something means nothing if you're not willing to pursue it with everything you've got. You can have the kindest heart, the biggest vision, the purest motives, but none of that matters if you're not willing to fight for it. Because every dream, every goal, every breakthrough comes with resistance. And that resistance doesn't care about your potential. It only responds to pressure, to pushback, to grit. There are people in this world with half your talent living the life you want. Not because they're better than you, not because they're more gifted, but because they were willing to fight harder, to sacrifice more, to keep going when it got hard. They didn't stop when they were tired. They stopped when they were done. They didn't let rejection break them. They let it fuel them. And that's the difference. Not talent, not luck, just sheer fight. You want your dream? Fight for it. Not once, not for a week, not when it's convenient. Every single day. Fight for it when it's boring. Fight for it when nobody believes in you. Fight for it when you don't believe in yourself. Because you are not entitled to success. You have to earn it. Every step, every dollar, every breakthrough. People say, I deserve better, but deserve is a trap. It gives you a false sense of entitlement. It makes you wait for something to come to you instead of chasing it down. Life doesn't give you what you deserve. It gives you what you demand, what you insist on, what you refuse to settle without. So if you want more, raise your standards, raise your work ethic, raise your level of intensity. Nobody's coming to hand you the life of your dream. It's on you. It's your responsibility, your fight. And you better be ready to throw some punches against fear, against doubt, against procrastination, against comfort. Because comfort is the enemy of growth. And you can't fight from the couch. You can't fight from your excuses. You can't fight while blaming others, waiting for the perfect moment, hoping someone rescues you. That's not fighting. That's wishing. And wishes don't change lives. Action does. Fire does. Focus does. You don't need permission to go after what's yours. You need a decision. A decision that says no more waiting, no more excuses, no more playing small. A decision to fight for it like your life depends on it, because it does. Because your future, your impact, your legacy is on the line. This isn't about motivation. It's about muscle, mental muscle, emotional muscle, spiritual muscle. And muscle only grows through resistance, through pressure, through pain. Every fight you go through is building you for the dream you're chasing. Every battle is preparing you to handle what you ask for. It sounds nice, doesn't it? Someday I'll start that business. Someday I'll write that book. Someday I'll travel, change, grow, live. But someday is a fantasy. It's the lie we tell ourselves to feel safe, to feel like we still have time. It's the mental cushion that lets us avoid doing what we know we're meant to do. It's a delay button dressed up as patience. And the truth is, someday never come. There is no calendar you can flip to and find a big red circle around the word someday. There's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but there is no someday. We use that word to give ourselves permission to stay stuck. It feels better than saying, I'm scared. It's easier than saying, I don't believe in myself yet. Someday becomes a shield, a trap, a story we buy into to avoid facing the discomfort of change. We think we're postponing action, but really, we're postponing our lives. The danger of someday is that it convinces you there's always more time, that you can always start later, that the dream can sit on the shelf a little longer. But time doesn't wait for anyone. While you're putting your passion on pause, the world keeps moving. While you're delaying your purpose, your potential quietly withers. Time isn't just ticking, it's sprinting. Every moment you spend waiting for someday is a moment you'll never get back. And let's be real. How many people do you know who actually made their dreams happen on someday? Most people wait so long that their dreams expire. Their energy fades. Their window closes. Not because they weren't capable, not because the dream wasn't possible, but because they kept waiting for a moment that doesn't exist. Life doesn't hand out rewards for what you meant to do. It moves with or without you. We tell ourselves we're not ready yet. We need more time, more money, more knowledge, more support. But readiness is a myth. Nobody ever feels completely ready. Growth begins when you start before you're ready. Action creates clarity. Progress builds confidence. But nothing happens until you move. Until you choose to stop hiding behind someday and show up for today. Someday is a trap door. It opens to regret. People end up old, bitter, looking back at all the things they could have done, should have done, but didn't. Not because they couldn't, because they didn't start. Because they believed in the illusion of someday. There are no guarantees in life. You are not promised next week, next year, or even tomorrow. And that's not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up because your dream deserves urgency. Your gift deserves to be used now. The people you're meant to impact need you to move now. Not when you feel like it, not when it's convenient, not when everything is perfect. Now. You don't need the perfect plan. You need to take the first step. You don't need all the answers. You need to trust yourself enough to figure it out along the way. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. Momentum is real. And so is stagnation. The longer you sit still, the heavier your dream becomes. So the next time you hear yourself saying, someday, challenge it, question it, replace it, say today, say now, say this is the moment I change my story. Because the calendar isn't waiting for you to feel ready. And your future is being written by what you do, not what you hope for. Too many people live as if time is limitless, as if they can keep pushing their dreams into the future without consequence. But the reality is every dream comes with a shelf life. It's not meant to sit on the back burner for decades. It's not supposed to be delayed until everything is perfect. Dreams are meant to be lived, not stored. They have a moment, a window, a season, and if you miss it, that opportunity doesn't always circle back. Time moves forward, not backward. The longer you wait, the heavier the regret becomes. We often treat our dreams like some far-off destination we'll get to one day. When life slows down, when the kids are grown, when we have more money, when we feel more confident. But all those excuses mask the truth. We're afraid. Afraid to fail, afraid to succeed, afraid of what people will think. So we hide our dreams behind responsibilities, behind busyness, behind obligations. But deep down, we know that dream is still breathing inside us, restless, waiting for us to move And that whisper doesn't go away. It gets louder with time, more urgent. There is no perfect moment to chase a dream. There is only this moment, right now. Life is not a rehearsal. You don't get a second round. The clock is ticking whether you act or not. So many people go to their graves with their dreams still inside them. Not because they weren't good enough, not because they didn't have what it took, but because they waited too long. They thought they had more time. They thought they could start tomorrow. But tomorrow turned into next week, next month, next year, until there was no time left. There's a cost to delay. There's a cost to hesitation. Every time you say not yet, you're stealing momentum from your future. You're telling your dream that it's not a priority. And eventually that dream begins to fade. It loses its urgency. You become numb to it, not because it stopped mattering, but because you trained yourself to ignore it. That's how people wake up one day wondering where the fire went, where the energy went, where the passion went. And it didn't disappear. It was buried under years of postponement. There are dreams inside you right now that are ready to be born. They don't need more time. They need commitment. They need courage. They need you to say, now is the time. Not because everything is lined up perfectly, but because waiting any longer is a greater risk than stepping out in faith. The danger of delay is not just missing the dream. It's becoming someone who no longer believes in it. That slow death of belief is what robs people of joy, fulfillment, and purpose. And it starts small, a delay here, a delay there. Then suddenly, years have passed, and the dream is just a memory. The greatest lie you can tell yourself is that you have more time. The truth is, the clock is always ticking, and your dream is looking to you for leadership. It's not going to chase you. You have to chase it. You have to move. Take the step. Make the call. Write the first page. Speak the first word. Because the more you act, the more alive the dream becomes, and the more alive you become. There's a fire inside you that only your dream can ignite, but it requires urgency. It requires boldness. It requires you to stop waiting and start becoming. You can be the most talented person in the room, but if you don't act on that talent, it goes nowhere. Potential is raw. It's untapped power. It's a promise of what could be, not a guarantee of what will be. Having potential is not enough. It's only the beginning. The world is full of people with incredible potential who never fulfilled it. Not because they weren't gifted, but because they never put in the work. They never showed up. They never pushed themselves past the comfort zone and into action. People like to be told they have potential. It feels good. It's like getting a compliment without having to do anything. But the danger is this: you can start to rely on your potential instead of developing it. You can start to expect results just because you could be great instead of putting in the effort to actually become great. Potential is like a seed. It holds everything inside it, but unless it's planted, watered, nurtured, and exposed to pressure, it never grows. You can carry that seed around for a lifetime and still end up empty-handed if you never take responsibility for growing it. So many people are sitting on ideas, gifts, talents, and dreams, just waiting for the right time. They keep saying, I know I could do something amazing if I just had the chance. But chances don't come to people who wait. They come to people who prepare, who pursue, who create their own opportunities. You've been given potential for a reason, but you were never meant to hold on to it. You were meant to develop it, to multiply it, to share. And here's the truth. Potential that goes unused eventually becomes pain. You start to feel the weight of all the things you could have done, all the songs you never sang, all the moves you never made. That pain of unrealized potential is heavy. It eats at your confidence. It creates restlessness. You can't shake the feeling that there's more in you. And it's true, there is. But it won't come out until you start moving. Action is the bridge between who you are and who you could be. No action, no bridge. No bridge, no progress. Potential is silent. It doesn't scream for attention. It just waits. It waits for your decision. It waits for your discipline. It waits for your courage. And the longer you ignore it, the more it turns on you. What once felt like a gift starts to feel like pressure. What once excited you begins to frustrate you. That's not a sign to give up. That's a sign to start, to take the gift seriously, to stop playing small, to realize that you're not lacking anything. You're just not using everything you've got. There is nothing sadder than wasted potential. It's not about what you could have done with someone else's life. It's about what you could have done with your own. Every day you get is a new chance to step into your calling, to lean into your purpose, to stretch your capacity. But it only works if you work. You can't wish your way into growth. You have to grind your way into it. Show up when it's hard. Practice when no one's watching. Study when everyone else is sleeping. Sacrifice when it's uncomfortable. That's how potential becomes power. People will doubt you. They might not see what's inside you, but that's not their job. It's yours. It's your job to see the value in yourself, to believe in your future more than your past, to recognize that potential alone won't change your life, but acting on it every single day will. Potential means nothing if it stays locked inside you. You've got to unlock it with consistency, with boldness, with relentless drive.